Hello Capricorn Seeker, welcome back to the Existential Shift. My name is Morgane if you're new. Thank you for being here. So this will be your Taroscope for October, but energy is fluid, so if you're just intuitively guided or sometime next year, all good. Take it as it resonates. Alright Cappies, what do we have here? What's going on with you guys for the month of October? I'm using the Dragon Tarot. Why not? Okay. Messages for Capricorn, please. Accurate, guiding, clear messages for my collective of Capricorns. My seekers. Oh, interesting. I shuffled a little bit before I pressed play, and King of Swords and Ace of Cups came out. And now they were both at the bottom of the deck. Let's see what comes out for sure, though. Capricorn, please. Knight of Swords. So, first I thought maybe it's you, but I'm actually getting someone like outside of you. Possibly, you can reverse the roles, but I feel like someone has something to tell you, Capricorn, something to say, and they're gonna be articulate and sharp and speedy about it. We don't know yet the nature of this conversation, statement, some sort of expression for sure. Queen of Cups. Okay. So it's an emotional expression. It's an inner turmoil that needs to have an outlet. This could have been in your past, this could be in your future, but this is the energy we're starting this reading with. The Emperor, interesting. They're very pretty, these cards. Let's just look at this for a second. So both the Emperor and the Knight of Swords are very sharp, practical energies. They're different in the way they express it, but they come from a similar place of this is how things are, therefore this is what I should do. Okay, the Knight of Swords is more swift, a little bit edgy, and has a sharp tongue. The Emperor is more poised and in their maturity and in their power, yet still do what they feel like they need to do based off of facts and practicality. And the Queen of Cups here in between them is like very Piscean energy. It doesn't mean it's a Pisces. It's a Piscean energy, aka more in the ethers. It doesn't obey the laws of physics as much as Knight of Swords and the Emperor here. She's more in the realm of the heart. She is tapped into her subconscious. She is tapped into the anima mundi, to the universal spirit. And her understanding of reality, thus how she walks in this world, has a very different rhythm, very different energy than these two surrounding her. And I'm almost getting like someone that is feeling like, I don't want to say, well, I'm saying bound by the laws of physics, but in simpler terms, bound by social norms, expectations. This could be one individual, Cappie. This could be you. as you were conditioned throughout your life to be this emperor, to be this Knight of Swords. But maybe you're hiding inside a very gentle, intuitive, ethereal, fairy-like type of energy that is trying to swim out through the cracks of this mechanism of self, but it's finding it hard. Also, this could be a female that is stuck in between her partner and her father, simply put. I don't think they're against each other, this Knight of Swords and the Emperor. I think they just might be influencing her a lot. Like, she doesn't necessarily get to express herself as she would ideally wish to, because she's very affected. Controlled is a big word. She is she's aligned by them. They align her with how things ought to be. Let's see for how long. Okay, 2 cards want to come out. 3 of Cups and 6 of Swords. Yeah, I think someone just really wants to have fun and to let out and to meet people and to mingle and to change atmosphere and to change their environment and just feel things as they come and be more lighthearted and flowing, and is trying to kind of step out of this rigid energy around her. That doesn't mean harm. I don't think this Emperor and Knight of Swords have any ill intent. It's just they behave more like a parent than they do a partner, or more like a boss than they do a father. And she's like, F this. Girls just want to have fun. Or boys. Or boys. Show me more, please, for this. For October. For my Capricorns. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Ooh, Jupiter. The Chariot right after the 6 of Swords. So there might be some traveling involved. Strong movement. I think someone is really breaking out of a structure that they no longer feel comfortable in. And they just really want to explore. I'm getting an energy that really wants to explore. This is also Cancerian energy right underneath the Queen of Cups. That is water energy. So I'm getting that it's this individual. So if it's all in one, if it's two individuals in one, if it's you that has this duality within you, then it's really kicking and being like, I want out. And if it's someone else, then I recommend either traveling together to kind of let them enjoy the life they want to enjoy. But maybe this person is just going to go regardless of the other person wanting or not wanting to, agreeing or not agreeing. Someone is realizing that they no longer need to obey to anything, kind of thing, which is interesting for a Capricorn. Because Capricorns inherently understand mechanism and hierarchy. You get structure. You understand it. Well, we're all really changing. Timelines are shifting. Dimensions are clashing into each other. We're all breaking out of the definition of self, and that includes the stereotypical characteristics of our zodiac. And let's not forget, we're never just our sun sign, right? We're a complex being. Every Capricorn has a Cancer within them. Cardinal emotional ocean that wants to feel other continents and learn from the heart and lead from the heart. which is something Capricorn are here to learn how to integrate within them, as opposed to fight off. Well, there is a little... How does a tsunami work? Somewhere in the bottom of an ocean, bottom of the bottom, a crack occurs in the sand in the bottom. That creates a butterfly effect, a little wave in the waters that grow into a bigger wave, and then before you know it, on the other side of the world, there's a huge amount of waves that drowns everything, a tsunami. So something along the way, in the recent year maybe, has created a little crack inside your heart, where things just didn't line up as before. The ground shook. And it may have been something seemingly insignificant in your 3D life, right? Mundane daily life. But it created a cause and effect, a snowball, a butterfly effect that is now really being felt. Your heart is almost like like that little wave inside the bottom of the ocean really wants to get out of the water to breathe some air and just crash on land. And that's kind of the energy that I'm getting here, Capricorns. Okay. Maybe it's you, the energy that I tapped into the beginning of expressing something from the emotion. They do ride dragons and they breathe fire. Okay. Am I going to call this tsunami? Who's going to click on it? Tsunami of the heart. We'll see. Big shout out to Greta Thunberg. She's a double Capricorn. She's a Capricorn Sun and Capricorn Moon. And she's modern day Joan of Arc. Jeanne d'Arc. Saving the world at 16 years old. I hope you're marching wherever you are in the world. Friday for Future. I marched. She understands she's very strong Earth, right? Double Capricorn, Sun and Moon. Her masculinity and femininity are in the bottom of the Earth. She is going to shake things from the inside and turn the world around upside down. I feel like it's symbolic to what it is that your heart is experiencing from the inside that is about to, or is already being shook and is going to change your world around, inside out. Drama in the house. Drama in the work. Because you're suddenly looking around and seeing things from a whole different perspective. What used to be like normal, regular, standard, acceptable, expected, now it's like, what? No. Wait, what? How did I? Why did I? Okay. Bye. Kind of thing. Show me more, please. Show me more. Two of Wands in the reverse, right on the Three of Cups. Yeah, so there's a little bit of stagnation when it comes to what is the best path to choose. You feel like you want to take a new direction, a different direction. You're just not sure what, mainly because you can't see the result or the consequences of whichever path you'll take, and that scares you. You want to know. Um, but there's still movement here, strong movement with the Chariot. And at one point, you know, like when you look at a map, but then the road is different. When I was 22, I worked in Ireland as a framer. I was framing oil paintings. I had a big truck, and I drove throughout mid Ireland all the way to south of Ireland for a few months, going into meetings with people who purchased oil paintings, and I would offer them different types of frames and frame the painting, what they chose, and even hang it on their wall. And Ireland at the time was really economically flourishing. Like they had a sudden windfall of money, and that was over a decade ago, and they were building a lot and creating a lot with it. They were like so hyped that they were just doing and doing and doing, and there was a lot of new infrastructure and roads and highways. And at the time, we didn't have iPhones for GPS, and I don't think Waze was invented yet. I don't think Waze was a thing yet. Basically, I drove a truck on the left side of the road because of Ireland with a stick with maps, and I had to travel across half country for the different meetings because it was a global company, so they had a lot of clients everywhere that needed their paintings framed, and I was that service, and I just traveled all over Ireland. It was amazing, but I had to navigate. Not only that, I had to navigate with maps, you know, like when it's on the dashboard, like a huge map, and you're like, but it kept changing. I thought I figured out what the map is saying. I planned the route, whatever. And I get to the crossroad, I get to the intersection, and it's completely different than what the map shows. And there's like no turn. Well, there's like 3 turns instead of 1. And you're like, I feel like that's kind of what this is for you, the Chariot and the upright and 2 of Wands in the reverse. Like you're on the go and you're enjoying it and it's exciting and new and great, but the road is unclear and changing, and you can't read the map as well as you used to because the land is changing. And the maps just can't keep up with the development. You are developing, Capricorn. You're gaining new knowledge, new insight, you have more ability to do the things that you wanted to do. You're not sure how it goes. I'm sorry, my hair is driving me. Can you just, there, see? There, hi. This part right here. Let's put it, I'm sorry. Let's just accept it for an inevitability with Morgaine. There we go. Look, if it makes you feel any better, at one point I found myself at the top of a hill in the south of Ireland where it's more villages and countryside, and there isn't even signs, like literally it's like very narrow road. Anyway, I found myself at the top of the hill with this big truck, surrounded by sheep. I got lost on my way back to where I was staying after an evening appointment at a client that lives in a village. Very beautiful village, but it was dark and there was no more lights. I took a wrong turn, and there I am on the top of a little hill with a lot of sheep around the truck, and it was wet because Ireland is raining all the time, and my wheel got stuck in the mud, and I couldn't drive out, and even if I could, I had sheep all around me. I didn't want to run them over, so I spent the night sleeping in a truck on a hill, stuck in the mud, surrounded by Sheep. Facebook wasn't a thing then. I don't have pictures to go back to from that time, and that is so sad. I didn't have camera on my phone. I couldn't take a picture or a video of all of that. In the morning, just in case you're curious, and sorry for the rant, for those of you who don't like me ranting, then you might want to click out, because I do that a lot on my videos, and it's always somehow connected to the messages, and there's always something to take from it. So either use it or deny it. It's up to you. Anyway, in the morning, I took a big wood board, long board that I found. I tied it to the wheel, and that allowed the wheel to get out of the mud. You become very resilient when you find yourself in weird situations like that. Let's go back to Capricorns, please. For October, show me more about this journey of theirs, which could be symbolic, by the way. Four of Wands, great. Awesome. So, interestingly enough, Four of Wands in the upright after the Two of Wands in the reverse. I think this will require some sort of cooperation with someone. This movement, this journey, this goal, be whatever it is. And with the help of someone, it will suddenly become very, very clear. Like Four of Wands in the mythic tarot and from the Greek mythology's archetype of the Four of Wands. And if you want to know more about it, I will link my class from from Tarot Masterclass, my class from Tarot Masterclass, Bunkai. It's online videos where I speak about each card. So I will link Four of Wands, because I also talk about the spiritual message, the energy work, and the Greek mythology ancient archetypes. So specifically, the mythology for Four of Wands, the Wands suit in general, is about Jason and the golden sheep. Oh my God! Speaking of sheep, see how it connects? The golden fleece. The fleece is a sheep, basically, a gold wool. So he goes off on a journey to find his destiny and to claim back his throne that was taken away from him by his uncle, maybe? If it sounds familiar, yes, Lion King. Yes, Hamlet. Everybody copies the Greek mythology. It all starts there. Okay. So Jason, or Iason in Greek, went off on a journey to go back to his birth land, where he is actually royalty. He is the rightful heir of the throne, and he ought to claim it back from his uncle. And the road is just beginning and very unclear. He just knows that he needs to do something. He doesn't really know how or where and what, but the elders of the kingdom were guiding him. He had a group of people to journey with him. And the Four of Wands is that journey for victory that has cooperation in it. Right under the Three of Cups, it's joyful. It's someone loving that you trust that wants to show the way. And it's cooperative. So if you want to go on a new work endeavor, you might find someone that is really familiar with the thing you want to embark on, and that can give you great advice or cooperate with you. If this is love, then the obvious, this could be your partner. If you don't have an existing partner, this could be a potential partner that you can have a common goal together and move forward in this. And they can really kind of guide the way. Or maybe it's your inner self that we have been talking about that wants to emotionally express itself, you know, that little break in the bottom of the ocean within your heart that just wants to wave out of that structure that it broke out of and just kind of shout, here I am. Cooperate with that part. Ride that wave. And you will get there. How do I name this video? Love this. One last card to summit, and then I will give messages from the animal spirit, and I will continue this in the the extended on Vimeo. I will focus on love though. Okay. And we'll also do a rune reading. I will pull out runes. So it will be a love focus reading that continues this energy, and it will be a rune reading. Okay. But let's finish up with one last card for my Capricorns, please, for October to sum it all up. Beautiful message. Three of Pentacles, beautiful. Whatever this is, and 2 3s. Whatever this is, you're building something stable from it. So don't worry, Capricorn. You have cooperation here. It's either friends or family or partner or all of the above. Co-workers, a group, a team. And you're making it work together, and it's beautiful. And it's fun. It's inspiring. And it's practical and tangible, with potential of longevity. And you love to hear me say that, right, Cappie? I love that too. Hey, I'm a Taurus. Earth is in the house, right? 2 3s, very creative energy. Very inspiring energy, and it's earth and water. Very suitable and symbolic to the analogy of beneath the sea, and the wave beneath the sea. Morgainne means beneath the sea. My name means the bottom of the ocean. All right, animal spirit, please. Sometimes they say something that is completely unrelated to the reading. It's a completely other aspect. Who knows what they will bring? But animal spirit messages, please, for my Cappies that are watching for October. Too much. All my information is in the description box, from the extended that I will do right now for October to the yearly extended for 2019 that is at a major sale because of end of year. Also a way to book a private reading with me. If you want to talk, doesn't matter where you are in the world. I have phone sessions, video sessions, and a mentorship. And I also do Reiki and runes. There's all kinds of add-ons. Go on to the existentialshift.as.me and you can book from there. You can see all the information. And last but not least, Tarot Masterclass, my online Tarot Masterclass, where you learn how to become a tarotchi, but it's set up as a library, so you can pick and choose whichever cards you want. You don't have to take them all, although I recommend to if you really want to learn a lot about tarot. And I will link that, but also specifically the Four of Wands. But you can find all the cards over there, whichever one you want. Okay, animal spirit, please, for Capricorn for October. The horse. So in some decks, the Chariot card, here we have 2 gorgeous dragons. The Chariot card gets 2 horses. So I feel like there's movement for your destiny, Capricorn. I feel like this is big, like a big shift is happening in your life, an existential shift, where you're really finding connection with your spirit, with your higher self, and with your road. Ooh, oh, okay. And the plot thickens. All right, let's do this. After the horse, panther, and gazelle. This is disturbing just by looking at the images, right? This is a very calm, serene energy. It's also, this is a predator and this is potentially a prey, especially with the images like that. An end of an era. Okay. Some of you might object some sort of end of an era in your life that could be symbolized by an individual, this gazelle here. And some of you, you are this gazelle, and other people or someone else in your life really has a problem with the end of an era. This full sun behind the gazelle, it can either be the sun rising or the sun setting, But we all know that when the sun rises in the east, it sets in the west of somewhere else, and vice versa. So let's take it as twilight, as between the worlds, as, the break of a new dawn somewhere else. And this is a very dark, angry, low vibe energy that wants to come for the ride. But I don't think this gazelle can afford to have this energy come for the ride with it. And the horse here, okay. Interestingly enough, I have the gazelle in the middle and is between the panther and the horse. And I'm now noticing I have here the Queen of Cups in between King of Swords and the Emperor. This might be someone stuck in between two people. Okay, this could be a female between two men, or vice versa. Once again, I'm just getting a feminine vibe because of Queen of Cups and Gazelle. It's very feminine, but obviously it can go, these are general readings. But this person here has been, and this could be a boss or work, okay? But they have been with this Panther King of Swords energy for a long time. And it was seemingly working because both have the upper triangle. It symbolizes fire, the element of fire. So there were similarities that kept this gazelle with this energy, and this energy may not have been panther-like all the time. It's just right now, or in the face of an end, right? But the essence of these two wasn't actually fitting. One is a predator, the other is a prey. Maybe it was a very psychological, karmic connection, where it's more like to push each other's triggers into healing, but it's very painful and a lot of chaos and drama. And then one person reaches some sort of stability within themselves, within their psyche, within their life, and serenity, and they start viewing this other person in a different light, and they realize it's no longer the same. And this could be a workplace, once again. But now, this gazelle has the horse here that is way more aligned with her frequency, or with his frequency. They're both gentle, healing energies. Unlike the panther here, that is more like of a ego-oriented, goal achieving from the ego, though not from the heart, kind of energy. And I'm not shading neither ego or ambition. Both are great. It's just in this interaction, it's just no longer fitting. And I find it interesting that the horse dropped first, right? And then these two came together. So this gazelle might still be in this job, or in this relationship, or in this organization, or in this school, or in this dynamic of some sort. And the gazelle has this horse just right around the corner waiting for the sun to set on this. And it sees how it's going to rise with them at one point. It's beautiful. I love this. We will unfold the love dynamic in the extended right now. I love you guys very much. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new and you feel inclined to join my tribe, I would love for you to subscribe and watch more videos. Yeah, that's it. Okay. I will see you guys in November.